Peace and blessings, family. This is Ubria, and I am back with another reading. This might resonate with you or with someone in your energy. You will receive valuable insight either way. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And if you're new to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe. Okay, so this reading is about how we handle circumstances that are beyond our control. I see that there's something that you wanted real bad. This could have something to do with a romantic relationship. I'm seeing traveling here. You could have wanted to visit someone or wanted that person to visit you. And I get that when this relationship first began, or when this situation, whatever it is that you want, when you first started wanting this thing or engaging with this thing, you kept a very loose hold on things. Your attitude was like, okay, well, just let things happen naturally, let things unfold on their own. You might have even left it up to God or the divine and been like, whatever God wants for me is for me. However this happens is fine. Like, you did not have any expectations on this thing. But there's something about the more that you allowed yourself to want something, the more that you wanted to control it and make sure that it arrived in the exact way that made you feel comfortable and made you feel happy. Because there is something about allowing yourself to want this person, place, or thing makes you feel more vulnerable than I feel like you're used to. And so you are struggling with feeling patient, because it's like the more you want something, the more you really, really want it. I feel like you don't have a middle ground with wanting things. Either you're very loose and you're very nonchalant and you don't care, or you want it more than life itself. So yeah, I just keep saying there's something that you want real bad. It has something to do with family, legacy, business, like minds coming together. So this could be a convention that you wanted to go to, or a meeting that you wanted to go to. This could be a family reunion that you wanted to go to. This could also be like a long distance relationship and you're meeting up with someone. So I'm just saying all that to say that that's the other thing too. I know I keep saying I'm not sure if this is like a personal relationship, but there is something like this may involve a personal relationship, but it also involves a larger community. So that's part of the reason why circumstances feel beyond your control, because now that it seems like there's something like now that you're involved, there's a lot of other people that are involved. It's something about if this could just be between two people, then maybe you would have more control over the situation, but it involves more than that. So maybe that's part of your frustration too, is because you got into this because of one person, but now you're in it, you care, you're invested, you're vulnerable, and it involves more people. So you're not able to have the normal space, not it's like space, disassociation, nonchalance, disregard, distance. Maybe distance is what I'm looking for. You're not able to maintain the same emotional distance that you would normally have. But it's crazy because the reason why you try to maintain such emotional distances with these people, places, and things is because you know that things can get beyond your control, because you know that there's lots of people are involved. But there's something about this where you got involved because you felt like it was a unique opportunity for you to deal with someone alone, or just really get to the heart or the core of what you really want to do or to happen. And then once you felt like it was safe, okay, I don't have to deal with these other things, I can just deal with exactly what I want, then all this other shit comes into play. And so you're like, oh damn. So you could feel trapped in a kind of way. You could feel emotionally trapped, financially trapped. In any case, there is something that you wanted, or somewhere where you wanted to be, or somewhere where you wanted to go, and you're not able to go. You're not able to do this thing. There is something that has happened that is completely beyond your control, that has caused a situation to where it's like you're not going to be able to play your part. And you could have gotten this news late. Like, say if you were headed out to a conference because your crush is going to be at the conference, and you only signed up for this group or whatever because your crush was in the group, but when you're on your way to the conference, your crush texts you and says, hey, I'm not even going to be there. So now you feel like you're going for nothing. So that's part of this lesson too, is when you commit yourself to things, you do want to look at the fine print. You do want to make sure that you're committing yourself to things for the thing itself and not just for the people that's going to be involved in this thing. So this reading is to asking you to make sure that you look at situations for how they can benefit you, because I feel like maybe that hasn't been your perspective. But even if you do want to spend time with certain people, places, or things, or you want to be available to them, you still have to look at situations for how will this benefit me? Because I feel like that's not really a question that you asked, actually. You didn't ask what was in it for you, or how would a situation benefit you, or if there were any contingency plans or backup plans. Did you have any sort of cushion or any sort of safe space that you would land in case things do not go in the way that you expected them to go, or in the way that someone expected them to go? Something is a lot harder than it has to be, and I feel like that's because of a lack of communication. However, the interesting thing is this reading ultimately, and I know, because like, I know it can be kind of frustrating what I'm saying, and I feel like something is very tedious. Like, there's lots of like tidbits of information that maybe you didn't know or you didn't have. I feel like you've bitten off more than you can chew. It's all of that is going on. However, ultimately, this reading is calling for you to have patience. I feel like this person, place, or thing really wants to make sure that they do right by you. So there's something about your impatience. And remember when I said, like, you don't look at the fine print, you don't understand how something would affect you directly or something like that. There is someone in this situation, it could be your crush or whoever, whatever personal connection you have in this greater social situation. The personal connection does know about the fine print and wants to make sure that you have everything that you need the way that you need it. Like, I feel like this person knows you very well. So they know what you like, they know what you need, they know what kind of surprises you don't want. Like, they understand the rigmarole that you don't want to deal with. So if there's a delay or something to be put on something, either there's a delay on this because this person wants to make sure that everything is exactly the way that you need it because they know what you need, or if there's not a delay on this and this is just a complete disappointment or rearrangement of your plans, this person wants you to know that they will make it up to you. Somebody has thought a lot about you and what you need, or this could be you needing to think a lot about other people and what they need, and also like what you want to give to a situation, but also thinking a lot about what you need and how you want something to go. And this reading is just kind of warning you against rushing just because you want something, just because you're so excited or anxious or desiring of a thing. You still have to do things in the right way. There's still a process to things. So you could just be feeling like really frustrated and overwhelmed about something not going exactly the way you want it to go. But this reading is calling you to like grow up a little. Not in a derogatory way, but this is just saying like, can you find more space in yourself to understand, like physically, because I feel like the information that you're getting or however you feel, it makes you feel like tight in your chest, like it makes you feel stressed out, and when you feel that way it kind of shuts down your brain. So this is saying like, can you breathe some ease and flow and flexibility into your system so that you do have the mental capacity to understand that things are not going to happen exactly the way you may have wanted them to happen, but B, can you hold the space for things are still happening exactly the way that they should happen, exactly the way that they're meant to happen, and exactly in the way that's actually the best thing for you and for the situation. So this reading is asking you to remember your original prayer, which was, God, however this goes, I accept that, and I have no expectations on this. This reading is kind of asking you to go back to that, to the space where you had no expectations, because then you can be surprised. You can be given, what you want and what you need. There's also something here about a little bit of insensitivity. So somebody could be kind of snippy with you, or you could be snippy. And again, this is just saying, if that is the case, just please understand that patience is required in this situation, because somebody is feeling oversensitive because they're not getting things exactly the way that they want them. There is something here that I feel like could happen so easily if you just let it be. If you just let it be, something that you are really reaching and grasping for is really just gonna like fall and float down into your hand if you just relax and allow. This reading is also saying this is an opportunity to appreciate yourself for how loyal you are, for how committed you are to this thing, because that's really what this is. Even though you have this this prayer or this thing that you may have said to yourself, which is, I don't care, like whatever happens, happens. I'm good either way, like that kind of energy. The truth is, you are actually really, really committed to something happening in a certain way. And that's actually growth. That's something that you can appreciate about yourself. It's like, damn, this should let me know that I really do care about this thing more than I thought that I did. So, I think the deeper question is like, why are you fighting it? Why are you fighting this feeling that you actually do care about something and you actually are invested? And once you do care and once you are invested, then yes, you know, there's like a committee, there's like a consensus. Things can't just go the way one person wants them to go. They have to go in a way that is best for the group. So this is like welcoming you home a little bit, to say like, hey, like you are a part of this group, you are a part of this thing. And so here in this group, in this situation, we take everybody's feelings into account, we take everybody's needs and desires into account. um and that's actually a good thing, because that means that your needs, wants, and desires and wishes are actually being taken into account too. And I feel like that's the part that is hard for you to see, because all you see right now is you're just not getting exactly what you want the way you want it. The thing is, you're going to get exactly what you want. You may not get it exactly how you initially thought you wanted it, but I feel like it's going to unfold in the perfect way that's for you. I'm going to say it again. Something's just going to fall right into your hand. It's right there. And it's going to be a lot easier. Things can be a lot easier than they're being made right now. Okay. So everything's going to be okay, baby boo. All right. I'm going to talk to you later. Peace.